Hey guys, I know it's been a while since I've done one of these videos, but we're going to be packing in a review today. Now, anybody who's watched my content for a long time knows that I am like super into fitness. So, over the next couple of videos, I'm going to be doing some reviews on workout recovery products. I know that might seem a little bit strange compared to my normal content, but that's what we're going with. And today, the special guest is going to be the Normatec 3.0 legs system. Now, this is a recovery device that uses pressure to massage the different parts of your legs to help improve circulation. If you're somebody who's serious about fitness or you've been in this space for a while, you've probably already heard of them. You've probably already seen them. They're the big zipper up sleeves that go along your legs and go and like expand and contract. And they're designed to help alleviate soreness and fatigue that you might feel after a workout. And they've become increasingly popular in recent years. I myself have been using one for about 5 months now, and I really wanted to share my thoughts on them. So we're going to start today by going over some of the pros of the Normatec legs. The first pro is that I really appreciate how easy it is to set up and actually use them, from unboxing them and hooking up the hoses to putting it on your phone through the Bluetooth app so that you can control the remote. So one of the biggest pros to me is you just slip them on, open up your phone, turn on the machine, and go. Second pro is that I can say with a huge amount of confidence that the Normatec legs actually do make my legs feel much better, much faster than if I just protein it up and don't get a massage or anything like that done to them. I can actively feel that there's a decrease in the soreness and stiffness that I feel after my workouts, and especially the next day after my workouts. It's kind of crazy to me. I'll get into a little bit about my thoughts of that more in just a minute when we get to the cons as well. So the third and final pro that I notice immediately from the Normatec 3.0 is that the build quality on these is absolutely insane. I have had absolutely no problems with them malfunctioning in any way, shape, or form. The materials of them feel extremely durable and well made. And something that I think a lot of people overlook when they're doing a review on these, I've watched some other people do reviews, and nobody ever mentions this, but they are ridiculously easy to clean. You just take a wet paper towel and just wipe it, and then you're done. So, now that we've gotten the pros out of the way, let's bring the cons into front and center here, because I actually feel like there's a lot to talk about here, despite feeling that it is an excellent device. So the first and biggest downside of the Normatec legs is how ridiculously expensive these things are. They are definitely an investment if you're gonna buy them, and not everybody is gonna be willing to shell out the cash for these. The price right now, right here, is very high. If you're going to buy these, wait for them to go on sale, because I think that the price of these is astronomically unreasonable. There are very few people who are as into running or weightlifting that would be able to just shell out this amount of money on demand. At the time of this review, I believe it's 800 USD. So here's the actual price if I'm wrong. But the second thing is that I found that the sizing on the different Normatec leg products can be really weird and hard to pick from. It's very hard to pick the right size. For me, I'm 6 feet tall and I'm a pretty thick fella. I work out a lot. I'm super into fitness, so I have big thighs, like they're wide. And I selected the medium size in between the biggest one and the smallest one because it's rated for people up to 6'3". And I find that it's the perfect length, but the actual size on the inside of the leg, I feel like there is not enough space left there for somebody with my body type and leg shape. and it took me a little bit to get them into a position where it fit comfortably, and it took a little bit of finagling for me to be able to do it quickly. So yeah, just be aware that it's going to be a little bit of figuring out what you like when it comes to these. And third con, I have found, piggybacking off of the last one, that sometimes if I use them for a while, when I first start using them, feels perfectly fine. Absolutely no problem at all. But then after like 20 minutes maybe, it'll start to really pinch my legs. And not like it's compressing too hard and pinching my legs. More like materials inside of the leg are pinching me, like around the skin, like it's pinching my skin between two sharp objects is what it feels like. So that can get really uncomfortable, and it's especially something that I can't forgive in a device that again costs $800. So 4, you got to make sure that you have at least a bare minimum of 30 minutes to sit down and use these whenever you're going to use them. It typically goes from 30 minutes to an hour when I use them, but you have to be ready to sit in one place for an extended period of time, and you can't really get up and walk with them or anything like that. You have to be ready to sit there. It's not something you can just easily use when you have a whole bunch of stuff that you have to do. And I know especially a lot of my viewers have kids, their parents. If you sit down for 30 minutes with these on your legs and you need to go and attend to your kid really quick, it's going to be a minute, because it takes a second for them to deflate enough for you to get your leg out. And then on top of that, when you go to sit back down, it's a pain in the ass to like remember how much time was on there, to set it up again the way that you were enjoying it, and then sit down for another 30 minutes. It's not as easy as it could be. I don't know what you could do about it, but that is a con to using this product. And it's not exclusive to Hyperice. That's a con for all of these types of products. And finally, the last con is that while there are some studies that do support the use of these compression massage recovery tools for the purposes that they are advertised to be used for, like reducing soreness, reducing fatigue, increasing the speed at which you recover from an intense workout. Although I feel, like I mentioned earlier, that it does do that, I don't know how much of that is actually a placebo effect, because while there is some research, as I mentioned, I would consider the research to still be extremely limited, and it's hard to say for sure whether or not the amount of research justifies the investment costs that you're required to pay in order to try one of these out. So, now we're going to get into my recommendation, which is a little bit more complicated than most of my recommendations are, because normally I'm not reviewing something that costs $800, right? But the real question is, are the Normatec legs worth it? It depends. Just like all things that are in this price range. If you're somebody who is really serious about recovery and you got some extra cash you want to spend, I think these could be a great investment for you. I think that they're easy to use, they work well, the build quality is there, they're going to last you forever. But for most people, you don't need a specialized piece of equipment in order to recover from your runs. If you're somebody who only goes on a run maybe once or twice a week, and you maybe do squats for leg day or something like that once or twice a week, you really do not need this product. It's not really going to be the best investment for you. Honestly, a massage gun might be a better investment for you to use because of you can hit target spots. But if you're not somebody who's working out literally every single day of the week, I find it extremely hard to recommend this product to you. So buy it if you need it. But if you don't need it, which you probably don't waste your money. Get a massage gun instead. And let me throw a bone to Hyperice right now. Their Hypervolt 2, their massage gun, is an excellent option if you want to go with the Hyperice brand because it's so thoroughly established. Go for their massage gun. It's a great gun. Not my personal favorite, but that's a video for another day. And yeah. So thank you for watching. I always appreciate it. And if you're interested in seeing more videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and like the video. I always appreciate it. And the video that we're going to be going into next, I think a lot of you might be interested in. I'm going to be doing the Normatec recovery knee device versus the Hyperice X knee recovery device. They're both extremely competitive products with one another, and I think it's going to be an extremely fun video that I think you're going to be very interested in seeing. So make sure you hit that button, and also in the comments, leave me some recommendations on stuff that you'd like to see me review in the future, because I have tons of recovery equipment and I'm always looking for that next cool thing. And yeah, have a nice day, guys. Love you all. Bye.